Hey everyone, hey wellness crew. I'm so excited to be doing this practice with you today. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to begin in chair pose. So bending the knees, having your palms straight, your palms facing down. Going ahead standing, bringing your arms around and coming back into chair pose. Standing, bringing our arms around and coming into chair pose. Standing, bringing our arms around, and last time coming into chair pose. Coming into mountain. Nice deep breaths. Hinging at the hip for airplane. Coming back up for mountain. Hinging at the hip for airplane. Back into mountain. Hinging from the hip to come into airplane. And coming back up. We're going to go ahead and spread our legs out. We're going to have our arms in a circle position, bringing them up overhead, hinging at the hip, bending our knees, coming back up for sunflowers. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get into sun salutations. So, lifting our arms up, swan diving into a forward fold, exhaling. Walking our hands forward into plank. Coming into hovering. So only our palms, the balls of our feet and our toes are in contact with the mat. No other body part is in contact with the mat. Coming into upward dog. Taking our toes underneath for downward dog. Stepping one foot forward, the other one meets it. Forward fold. Coming up for halfways. Coming back down into that forward fold. Slightly bending the knees, we're going to go ahead and reverse swan dive up. Bringing our hands into mountain position. Collapsing forward into a forward fold. Stepping our feet back to get into plank. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath to get into downward dog. Walking our hands in for forward fold. Coming up to halfways. Back down into forward fold. Slowly rolling up and coming into mountain. Lifting our arms up, inhaling, swan diving into a forward fold. Walking our hands forward into plank. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Stepping one foot forward, the other one meets it, forward fold. Coming up for halfways. Back down to forward fold. Going ahead, slightly bending the knees. We're going to do a reverse swan dive to come up. And we are back in mountain. Collapsing forward into a forward fold. Stepping our feet back to come into plank. Coming into hovering. Coming into upward dog. Tucking our toes underneath for downward dog. Walking our hands in towards our feet, forward fold. Coming up for halfways. Back down for forward fold. And slowly today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and do some components of Yin yoga. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to be holding positions for anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. So the positions are not super difficult positions, but what they're going to do is kind of like how the next session is mobility, right? What they're going to do is just, again, help us get more mobile, get more flexible, and really help us to enhance and improve our yoga practice. So we're going to begin with extending our left leg, bending our right, bringing our right palm behind us, and bringing our left elbow to the outside of our right thigh. And you'll see that as you're holding these poses, you might be able to have a greater spinal twist. You might feel things loosen up, and that is the goal. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to switch sides. So now our right leg is going to be extended. Our left knee is bent. We have our left palm behind us, and we're bringing that right elbow into the outside of our left thigh. And again, on this side, you may also start to see that you have a little bit more mobility in your spine if you went ahead and turned your neck to face the direction that your left hand fingers are facing. You may notice that you have a little bit more increased mobility there as well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get out of that position. We're going to bring the bottoms of our feet together. We're going to open up our knees, and we're going to go ahead and fall forward. You can hold on to your feet, or you can reach with the palms of your hands out in front of you and on the mat. On the face by your feet.
Exercise room closed.
Thank you, Apple Watch. And slowly coming up out of that pose. So we're going to go ahead and get into saddle position. We're going to start coming on to our forearms. Going ahead Going ahead, coming back up onto our forearms. Pushing ourselves up from the palms of our hands. We're going to go ahead and get into caterpillar. So we're going to have our knees just slightly bent. We're going to go ahead and reach for our feet and go ahead and relax our mat. And slowly rolling up. We're going to go ahead and come into a supine position for supine pigeon. So bringing our right ankle over our left thigh, interlacing our fingers behind our left thigh as well, and pulling in for supine pigeon. I apologize for the background noise. And when you can, start to pull a little bit more on that left thigh. going ahead, removing your hands from that thigh. We're going to go ahead and set that right foot down. Bring the left ankle onto the top of the right thigh, and then interlace our fingers behind that thigh. All right, and then from there, we're going to go ahead and bring our feet up. We're going to grab our big toe with our second and third fingers. Our thumb is going to be slightly on the inside of our feet, and we're going to pull down for happy baby. And releasing those legs, bringing our feet together, having our palms facing the sky. So we can open up our inner thighs. And this will be our last pose before we get into Savasana. going to go ahead, extend our legs, having them nice and wide, having the palms of our hands facing the sky. So we are in a receptive position for whatever your higher power or the universe would like to provide to you today. Being grateful to yourself for doing this practice. Being grateful to your body that it was able to do this practice. Being grateful for the energy that we've created during this practice. And wide, having the palms of our hands facing the sky. So we are in a receptive position for whatever your higher power or the universe would like to provide to you today. Being grateful to yourself for doing this practice. Being grateful to your body that it was able to do this practice. Being grateful for the energy that we've created during this practice. going ahead, extending one arm out, bringing our knees to a bent position, and turning onto the side of our body, and coming either into a seated or a kneeling position. I am so grateful for everyone that participated today. I hope you liked the Vinyasa Yin Yoga Fusion, and I am just so grateful for all of the likes and the new subscribers, and I'll see you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.